Hello, hi everyone. My name is Dicky Dikamba. I'm the founder and the executive director of CANAVUA, Canadian Volunteers United in Action. So we are a bilingual nonprofit organization, volunteer nonprofit organization here in Alberta. So today we are very, very happy and so grateful to share this presentation to all of you. Uh, and I hope we can have uh, a very good discussion together and see how we can work together in order to provide housing for people in need here in Alberta, and especially for people uh, from racialized community. Um, the title of my presentation is Being Black-Led Nonprofit Housing Operator, New Challenge. Uh, 2 weeks ago, I've been in Vancouver. There was like a very very big uh, housing conference in Vancouver. It was a very very good opportunity for us to learn more on what's going on in terms of uh, housing sector regarding racialized people, and um, uh, I'm a father of four, married, and a lawyer by training in France. And today I'm very happy to share this presentation with you. And as you can see, Leo Piquet, the guy just right here, is our chair, uh, the chair of our housing committee. Leo Piquet is a former MLA here in Alberta. So he joined us uh, in this uh, to see how we can make it happen here in Alberta. And the workshop objectives. So in Canada racialized housing sector, there is many challenges and there is opportunities. So CANAVUA has encountered those challenges, and we are still working on. And during the journey, we found out that there is many opportunities working with municipalities, working with federal government, working with provincial government, and working with other community members. So we're gonna be able to move mountain together. That's why we would like to share those knowledge, those experience, those challenges together with many folks working in the housing community, in the housing sector here in Alberta. Uh, First of all, I would like to talk about CANAVUA, what we are doing in our community, and to show to everyone the job we are doing, how it's related to housing sector. CANAVUA is a bilingual nonprofit organization here in Alberta. Uh, we we are a nonprofit housing uh, provider on this stage because we are working with the federal government, we are working with the city of Edmonton, and working with the provincial government in order to have, I think, possibly the first, um, uh, the first um, housing, the first affordable housing run by Black-led organization here in Alberta. I know there is many other organizations that are working in the same sector. Maybe I think they are here to share knowledge with us because we are strong together. We are strong together. And CANAVUA has been awarded a land through a very competitive process uh, uh, by the city of Edmonton. So we do have a land in Queen Alexandra area, and we are working on it to provide an affordable housing here in Alberta. And also, CANAVUA, we are running the Francophone Food Bank, but we are working with everyone here in Alberta. And I don't know if you have heard about the only food truck giving away free food here in Alberta, free hot meals here in Alberta. And this is the truck. You can see the truck here. So we are working during the winter, summer. So all here we are outside giving free hot meals for people in it. So with the truck, we are serving like 350 meals per week for people in need here in Alberta. And a brief history about CANAVUA. CANAVUA has been incorporated in 2010. In 2010, and 2011, 2012, 2014, we put in place great program for people in need, for vulnerable people here in Alberta. The Health Navigator program. This program is like the volunteer transportation for people in need, people who have medical appointments, and there is translation if people they need to have like if they are bilingual. So we are working with some interpreters. We train three interpreters with the Bovary College. We received funding in 2012 to train three certified bilingual interpreters. And 2012, we have been able to create to have an agreement with the Edmonton Food Bank to operate the Francophone Food Bank. And let me say again, we are Francophone, but we are serving everyone here in Alberta. In 2014, we launched our class prep driving program. The class prep driving program, we are helping people to have their own the drive license class 7 in French. And 2020 was during the pandemic. We start another survey asking people in our community, people we were serving, like those newcomers, indigenous people, people looking for food. We asked them to see how they want to see they have they want to see the housing, our housing look like for them. And we had like a survey on that time. And from 2020 until now, we are still working on our affordable housing project. I know people, they may ask me, oh, it's taking time. Yes, it's taking time because affordable housing project is not just quick like that. So we encounter many challenges, and we would like to share those challenges and those opportunities with folks, and learn more about housing search sector. Yeah. And 2020 again, CANAVUA have been recognized by the Community Food Center Canada like a community food, good food organization here in Alberta. So we partner with John Free Center. John Free Center helps CANAVUA to in terms of mobilizing, helping CANAVUA to have some like to be like Idoni, to helping us with the charitable numbers. So it's helped us a lot, and we are still partnering with Free Center. I would like to recognize that. 2022, CANAVUA launched the mobile farmer market. Every single Friday, we are giving away free fruit and veggie. Like today, if you are going around the value behind the value village in the White Avenue, you will see there is a trailer over there. It's our mobile farmer market. So we are serving like more than 350 basket fruit and veggie for people in need. And CANAVUA, our organization, we do have two pillars: food insecurity and housing insecurity. So it's our main goal. We are working since our inception, since 2010. We are trying to elevate food security here in Alberta with many partners like Free Center, Edmonton Food Bank, Second Harvest, Breakfast Canada. We are working together. And as you can see, this is our sketches. What's gonna look? This is how it's gonna look. Our affordable housing project is. It will be in Queen Alexandra area. Yeah. And now let's go. Quick facts. So what we have seen during the process, we observe that visible minority have less access to affordable housing than white people here in Canada. And affordable housing rates were especially high among Middle Eastern, North African, East African, South African people from those French countries in Africa. There is a lot. CANAVUA, we are like a settlement agency. We are working with many settlement agency. They are referring people to CANAVUA. We do have a lot. And I would like to mention saying that there is other undocumented people. They are not in the system. They are not known in the system, but they are struggling to have like an affordable housing. So I would like to mention that. Another fact: visible minority were more likely to live in overcrowded housing than white people and other minority. So it's the same case with indigenous people. So I've been in another conference talking with other indigenous organization. The fact is the same. So they are living in overcrowded housing, especially and people, especially from Africa or racialized people. It's the same. And saying this, the government, they are aware of these facts. That's why in 2020, the federal government they launched another new program for Black-led organizations, so they can apply and play a very big role in terms of affordable housing and helping people in our community. And I would like to mention that I think bringing like diversity, working with in order to have like a culturally appropriated solution to those kind of issue, it's something more important. We government should be aware of this. So those are some facts we have seen, and I would like to mention that. And through the process, there is many organization, many agency working across Canada in order to create affordable housing for racialized people or new um, uh, and let me say the government want to see new kind of operator, housing operator. So I've done in I've been in Halifax for conference through SBCCI. I've been in Toronto. I've been in Vancouver. So those are the big conference I've been there to see what is happening in other community, to learn what's happening in housing sector, especially for black people. And there is some challenges, but the fact is, I don't know if you have done your research on my side, on our side, CANAVUA. We found that there is just only one organization in Vancouver running and black-led organization running an affordable housing project. So, which means there is uh, a need. There is a need in the community to have like new generation of housing provider, new generation of housing operator. And CANAVUA, we have been working in this since 2020, especially concerning the affordable housing project. And as I said, since 2010, CANAVUA has worked to reduce food insecurity here in Edmonton, and food insecurity during the pandemic was like very dramatic. Let's say we can say that. And from there, we expand our um, organization response, creating the kind of a mobile food truck, giving away free food for people in need, uh, food bank deliveries, and free grocery. We have doing this, and those people who are coming to grab food with CANAVUA. So we have seen the rising of inflation in the community, and those people, they are living in uh, let me say, like, they are paying more than 30% of their income, so they are eligible to have like to live in affordable housing um, houses. But we need to do something. Federal government, provincial government, and municipality. We have to work together. We have to work with organization like other organization in the city. Yeah, and through this period, we created a steering committee in order to have like to tackle the affordable housing project. And let me say, to do this, we are we are encounter some challenges. We need to have experts on the table, in when you are planning, or you like to do like some housing projects. So we are working with Leo Piquet, a former MLA, Rita Boyce, Ivan Bobian. Ivan Bobian is one former like superintendent. He have been working more than 30 years in Calgary building schools. So finding people who have expertise on the table is very, very great thing, especially for black-led housing operator. But it costs too much money. So right now, I don't know if in a racialized community or uh, uh, settlements agency, if there is other organization who have those capacities, it's good. But the fact is that we need to reinforce, we need to build capacity for those small organization or organization from led by black people in order to have affordable housing and giving culturally response to this issue. And the study in February 2021, we conducted a survey of our clients on housing security. All those clients are our clients from Food Bank. So, and I can share the full result of our survey on this matter. I can send it to anyone who would like to see it. And the response was like 90% of the people who respond to our survey indicate the desire to see like transitional housing here. That was our first idea, to run like a transitional housing here in Edmonton. But to the process, we changed our mind and we found that we should go to do like a permanent housing, like an affordable housing, working with many partners. We found that the good idea was for us, it's like to do in a permanent housing project. Yeah. Okay. The rate of food insecurity in Canada. Yeah, as you can see, overall, Black households 28%, white household 10%, and there is racial disparities. Black household are 6 times more likely experiencing food insecurity than white house people. The same percentage is like the same for people who are facing housing insecurity. It's related, completely related. People who have limited finances or money to put their food on the table, they are encountering same problem with housing. That's why I would like to highlight this, showing that where we came from for our housing project. Yeah. Okay. Black-led organization. Yes, in Canada, we are a new generation of housing operator. There is a few, but we would like to see more. And I think the federal government through CMHC, when they put in place like this kind of program helping Black-led organization with those 50 million in order to build housing for Black organization, it's very great ideas, and we applaud for that. And what we have encountered during the process, there is barrier for Black-led as a Black-led housing operator. It's the same. Let me say it's same like for other housing operator. The first one is like how to secure source of funding or securing funding. It's not an easy task. Not an easy task. Second one, you need to identify project partner. And those project partner, especially, they are experts. And those experts, they need to be paid. Yeah. And the third one is like how to develop a financially viable concept. This is those three challenges CANAVUA has encountered, but working hard like 3 years now, we are trying to find our way in order to build an affordable housing here in Edmonton, especially for racialized people, or let me say an affordable housing run by Black-led organization. Those are the three major barrier. Yeah. And where we came from with this idea. And in 2021, we brought those uh, uh, camp trailers. We brought those camp trailer. And when we approached the city of Edmonton in order to start a housing project, the city find out that there is some regulation, zoning, codes. Those are the challenges to the process. We learn more through those 3 years. Yeah. So those those kind of projects, it was not suitable uh, for the here in Edmonton. And working with the city of Edmonton, there is like what we call the non-marketable lands. Um, uh, Grant. No, no, it's not a grant. Non-marketable affordable housing uh, um, call for proposal, and CANAVUA apply from there. We applied, and we have been successful. And from there, we receive uh, uh, the land in Queen Alexandra area. It was a very, very competitive process, but bringing experts, bringing architects, uh, bringing GC, general contractor. So those people help us to be successful in our uh, uh, housing project. Yeah, and as I said, now there is three principal challenges in delivering community-led housing project, either for other communities or for black or black-led organization. Same challenges: finance, find the land, and expertise. The most important is the land. Finding a land, that's the big, the very very big, very big issue. Very big issue. Yeah. Finance, land, and expertise. And let me say, like, uh, finding a land. When I was in Halifax for a conference uh, on related to housing, I found out like there is some challenges. Racialized people in Halifax in Nova Scotia, they are facing those challenges. Is like not the same. There is some disparities, not the same like in mm, Nova Scotia and in Edmonton, for example. So I found out there is like uh, in Nova Scotia there is some historical black community living over there more than 200 300 years, but they just have just only the certificate of occupation, not a title. To build an affordable housing, you need to have a title to possess the land, but they do have just the certificate of occupation. Those kind of challenges here in Alberta, let me say it's not the same, but in Alberta there is like program through the city of Edmonton in order to have non-profit organization or other organization to build affordable housing projects. Those kind of challenges uh, we have seen, yeah. And we need people who have expertise. We need people who have expertise. Uh, yes. So, how did we get there? How did we get there? I think I said like we need to have like a commitment from the board. We have a strong board. We have people who have knowledge on the board. They're gonna help you to have a clear vision, a clear goal, in order to make it happen. Yeah, we need to engage some stakeholders like architects, people who have expertise. Yeah, and we need to secure funding. It's not an easy task. Securing funding with those three levels of government, and it seems like there is some misalignment between those three levels of government. It's kind of like a chicken and eggs. So when you have like a land, so another part of government, they're gonna say, okay, we would like to see how much they're gonna put on this project. So it's not an easy task. Yeah. And also you have to have like a well researched business case. Yeah. Mm. And good access to resources and funding. And those are the things we put in place in order to make a good move in our project. Okay. Yeah. I was saying I was talking about land. Yeah, there's are 52 historically black community in Nova Scotia that trace their history to black loyalist shelter from American Revolution. Those black communities living in Nova Scotia, they just do have like certificate of occupation and not a title of land title. It makes kind of like it's like an issue to build an affordable housing project. And let's say there is mm, some systemic racist policy that's not make things move. Yeah, but we need to work. We are working on it, and I know federal government, they are doing their best, and the other level of government, they are doing their best, because having uh, housing uh, for housing people, it's good for our economy. It's gonna help Canada to go forward. Yeah. Okay, the affordable housing development process. Yes, people maybe you may ask yourself a question. So how did you start? You start from like 2020 until now. There is like not something like you can't nothing. It's a process. The pre-development process, it can take like 3 to 5 years. You need to develop a concept, having the concept, assessing project feasibilities, and project deal making, how to work with those three levels of government in order to secure funding, to secure land, and start the construction. So I think right now with CANAVUA, we are on our uh, uh, third phase, and I think everything will line up, and we're gonna start our uh, housing project, and seeing evidence now in possibly 1 year or 2 year. So those are the phase we encounter during the process to develop a concept, a viable concept. Yeah, it's something very, very important. Okay, some aspect of affordable housing development to consider. We need to, it's like a, a consuming time. You need to have people dedicated, because Carnival, we have done like, let me say, more than 500 since the beginning of the pandemic, more than 500 Zoom meeting with partners, in-person meeting, a lot of meeting, yeah, yeah, and insufficient funds. This is what we encountered during the process. As I say, it's like a chicken and eggs. When we are able to secure like a certain amount of funding from this level of government, and this level of government want to see this, and they want to see a lineup of those three levels of government to make it happen. And we need leadership in the organization. It's something very, very important. Very, very, very important. Yeah. people who like to build like affordable housing in a black-led organization or black-led racialized community. We need people who have leadership who can uh, 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 try to advocate for more affordable housing project in our community. Uh, I think we do have 20 minutes left, so I have to go for, yeah. As I said, this is our housing committee. CANAVUA, we are a black-led organization. Dicky Dikamba, the founder and the executive director, and Rene Vincent is the our president, and Leo Piquet, our chairman. Yeah. Okay. Through the process, I asked myself, going in Vancouver, is there any non-profit black-led housing provider in Canada? Yes, we found one. If you know another one, I'll be more than happy to learn about it. But when I was in Vancouver 3 weeks ago, I met them. So we share our knowledge with them, and they share their knowledge with us. And now we are partnering together. We are working together. So it's the Vancouver Hogan's Alley Society, yeah, which is the first black social housing operator in British Columbia. Yeah. And there is a big movement in BC in terms of housing projects. I really appreciate seeing like on that conference more than like 1,500 people coming from everywhere in Canada talking about housing in Canada. It was a learning experience, a very rich learning experience. Okay, and securing funding. There is many sources of funding. There's the city of Edmonton. There is fundraising activities. The group can make some fundraising activities. But let me comment on fundraising activities. In Black communities, let me say, I don't know if there is other Black organization. Can you tell me where here in Canada do you find some Black-led organization raising like $1 million for an housing project for, let me say, for an housing project for like 17, $18 million? I don't know. If you know, you may know some Black communities raising some million of dollars. Let me know. I would like to learn more about them and how they're doing this. Yeah, sponsorship and individual donation. Yeah. Okay. This it's a very collaborative process. It's community-led projects are a great way for community to discover what matters for the people who live in their neighborhood. Yeah, that's why we need to work with locally, with our city, our municipality, our community. It's a very collaborative process. Yeah, you cannot be on your side and saying like we're gonna build an affordable housing project. It doesn't work like that. Yeah. Those kind of projects, we need professional. Those are paid consultants. Yeah, architect, general contractor, project manager. So being successful with the city of Edmonton, we put a strong committee in place in order we secure funding in order to pay those three architect, general contractor, in order to be successful in through the process. Yeah. Now there is current policy challenges to scaling up housing first in Canada. I think I talked about it. There is a misalignment of different level of government in terms of housing projects. Yeah, we have encountered some difficulty of interministerial partnership. Those kind of things we experiences, but we have been working very closely with those three level of government to move forward. Yeah. and small community, small number, month rent supplement, large affordable housing uh, is a crisis in very all the city, big city in Canada. In Canada, yeah, and we do have some recommendation. Some recommendation. Those recommendation when I was in Vancouver, so we brought those recommendations through CMHC and other level of governments. Yeah, homelessness can be quickly homeless can be quickly housed by setting up Asco oil worker trailer that can be purchased very quickly everywhere in Western Canada. There is a lot. There's a lot. So it's so painful seeing like people in winter time, you are in downtown, people that are sleeping outside, and community have like kind of solution, but there is zoning regulation, there is regulation, so we need to work together. So this is one of the recommendations we have submitted to the government, and other recommendation. So we ask the three level of government to create a simplified, integrated, affordable housing application process and provide 100% of funding through a grant or a low-cost long-term financing. I was saying, like, I was saying, like, where can you find black-led community raising like 2 million, 3 million? If you know them, let me know. Yeah. So this is one of our recommendation. So we need to actively engage all level of government, all financial institution, banks, and housing financing in leading of equity lens to through incentive for new generation of operator. So I think this one is very important. Is very important because there is some level of government they are asking like for, let me say it's an example, they're asking for like uh, the just to meet the criteria, they're asking for those um, financial financial statement, audited financial statement for people who have and not too much capacity. It's not easy, especially in black-led communities. That's why we recommend this. And there is a need for fresh collection of socio-economic data, considering the current affordable housing shortage run by black-led organization and other immigrant minority that are suffering three times from food insecurity and housing insecurity. And there is another one. So ensure greater access for housing for Black community and to strengthen the leadership in the sector by involving more community groups to respond to the housing need by accelerating co-op housing and homelessness. And on this, we are very happy to see like in the CMHC, now we can see there is like some Black uh, people who have a very good, let me say, place to take a decision. So we encourage that. We want to see more. Yeah, more of those kind of people when people they are making decision, so they can bring another value. Yeah, and let me open question and an open discussion. Yeah, Edouard. Now, if there is any question, if there is any open discussion, we can go forward.
Hi, yes, Dicky. I have a question for you.
Yes.
What was the process for you to secure your funding, and like what was the most beneficial and hard part about it?
The hard part was like through CMHC, you need to find first the the very good people who can work with you through the process. That's the first thing. the first things. And with the city of Edmonton, I think we need to, uh, on my experience, I think when we have done the survey and asking the community to see what community want to see, so this help us to have like more data to convince the city of Edmonton. So those are the things,
Challenges.
challenges. So for me, I think black-led organization, we have to do our own task before to go to see those partner. Yeah, if you don't have like a strong community, housing community, and with people who have expertise, it's not easy. It's not easy task. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what advice do you have for other Black-led nonprofit organizations?
The advice is working together. There is a new movement here in Canada. The federal government is trying to create like a database, seeing people who are doing who are working in different part of country, to put them in place and to work together. So the big advice is like there is more organization here in Alberta. They are trying to start now. We need to reinforce the capacity of housing operator and those kind of things. That's the first advice I can give. So working together, approach the three level of government in order to see how we can make it happen with black-led organization, black-led in order to have like a more culturally appropriated solution. Yeah. Mm.
Other than the John Humphrey Center, what other organizations have helped you a lot in your process? I know Africa Center as well.
Yeah, Africa Center as well. We receive capacity building fund through Africa Center. It's helped us a lot through the process because we need to have like experts, that so consultants. So it's helped us to reinforce our board, to bring people who have more expertise to share expertise with us. So yeah, there is Africa Center, and mm, Alberta Council. We are working closely with Alberta Council in terms of some application. So it's those application is very complicated. So let me say, like when you need to build like you're the pro forma for your housing project, it's not an easy task. It asks for experts. People have expertise. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
So, what is your next big project in Edmonton?
Our next big project is the affordable housing project. Until we're gonna make it happen, right now, we are on our third year. Yes, next thing, I think we have been able to secure like let's say 65 percent of the funding, and we are waiting the response from Alberta government through the Alberta Partnership Program. So I hope in those coming weeks we're gonna have a very good response and to make it happen. Mm.
What are some things that individuals in our community can do to help you and other Black-led nonprofits?
I think black-led nonprofits, especially working in housing projects, and like we need to have like a collective discussion. It seems like people are here and where we don't know exactly who is doing what and how is the project, how far they are in the project. So we need to share knowledge. So we need to share knowledge. We need to share knowledge between us and more experiences. It's something that can be very helpful. Mm.
Can you share your contact information with our audience?
Yes, yes. Um, Mm, um, I'm gonna put it in chat. Okay.
Is there anyone else in the audience that would like to add anything to the conversation? If so, please,
Okay, it's in the chat.
Awesome.
Mhm,
So, again, this is Dicky Dikamba, the
mhm,
executive director of CANAVUA.
mhm.
Uh,
The email.
his email is direction@canavua.org. DIRECTION at CANAUAVUA.org. You can also reach him by telephone at 780-729-1709. Vicky, do you have anything else that you would like to share with our audience?
Um, I'd like maybe to meet like in person with people here in Edmonton who are working on affordable housing project, and we can share those experience together. Yeah.
So, Dicky is a very influential and impactful member of our community here in Edmonton. He's contributed a lot to the food insecurity situation, and he, has coordinated many charitable runs for like helping those in need with food insecurity, and now he's tackling the housing sector as well. So it's very honorable work that you're doing, Dicky.
Thank
Um,
you.
yeah, can you please share with us how we can find you? Like, where's your office?
Our office is located at 8744 50 Avenue, 50 Avenue, South Side.
Awesome. So yeah, if
Okay.
you're
Okay.
always welcome to go visit him in person to discuss this and work together with him. He is a great guy.
Thank you, Edward. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, if there's no more audience questions, yeah, here in the chat, there's people thanking you as well.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. If there's no more
That's
questions or anything, yeah, Dickie, would you like to say some final words and then we can finish our session?
uh, I would like to thank John Free Center with this great conference. We need more conference like this when people they can meet together, share knowledge, and it's very important to move mountain in our community. And I'm very open to work with anyone. If there is any people they have their housing project, they are working on housing project, we can work together because we need more affordable housing for people. Yeah, here in Canada, and
Definitely.
especially here in Edmonton. So we can work together in order to resolve those kind of challenges.
Thank you. Definitely, Dickie. You're quite a visionary, and you see the problems in our society, and you're
Mm,
handling them like hands on, and that's very admirable. And
mm,
I really encourage you to continuing to like help our community like this. Like I feel like you're one of the
mm.
great role models for everyone in Edmonton, and you really contributed a lot to our city.
Thank you, Edward. Yeah.